It's a very wintry weekend taking shape across central and eastern Kentucky. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey tracking the harsh winter period coming up.
A man is battling critical injuries after his house exploded. We'll talk to the person who pulled him from the fiery scene.
The theft of a van full of flowers left a Lexington florist scrambling to make sure her customers got their Valentine's orders.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
It is going to be a cold and a wintry Valentine's weekend here in Kentucky.
We are tracking an Arctic front set to arrive tomorrow. We begin with WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey to show us what it will bring us. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Amber. Hi, Sam. 24 hours from now, things will be looking and certainly feeling a lot different across the Bluegrass State this afternoon. Sunny skies getting ready to give it up to an Arctic front that is on the move across the Great Lakes and the northern plains. That'll roll into town as we go into your Saturday afternoon and evening. Between now and then, not a whole lot going on, but this will unleash some bitterly cold temperatures for not only Kentucky, the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley. It may send sub-freezing temperatures all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. What does this mean, though, for our Valentine's Day? Arctic front will get into town roughly around the middle of the day and early afternoon. Snow showers, squalls will kick into high gear behind that front as winds tomorrow afternoon and evening gust to 35 to maybe as high as 40 miles per hour at times. And by tomorrow evening, temperatures will hit the single digits. Even by noon tomorrow, we may be around freezing and then in the single digits around 7 or 8 tomorrow evening. Out ahead of that front, we have some pretty good weather, as mentioned. Low 30s now into most of the Bluegrass region, upper 20s into eastern Kentucky. It's a quick drop into the low and mid 20s, then temperatures level off as we go through the rest of our evening. But the focus of the forecast is on not only your Valentine's Day, guys, which looks messy, it looks ugly, we know that, but another system I'm tracking for Sunday night into Monday. The hour-by-hour forecast showing the snow chances when I come back in about 10 minutes.
All right, we will see you then, Chris. Thank you. A fiery scene this afternoon in southern Kentucky where a house exploded.
There is not much left. As you can see right here, sky first flying over the scene on South Kentucky Street near 20th Street in Corbin. The explosion flattened the home. It also damaged a neighboring one. Someone in the area saw the fire, rushed inside, and pulled the victim out. Our Phil Pendleton talked to that Good Samaritan in our top story at 5.
We just learned that the victim is Roger Onspach. He's about 55 years old, we are told, and he was airlifted to the University of Tennessee with burns and other serious injuries. We have been told that he is not doing very well, the result of this explosion. He was in the back of his home when it exploded and caught on fire. Now, the house was leveled and the fire destroyed much of what was left. We're told that the 55-year-old Onspach was severely injured with burns covering most of his body. Wendell Brown was one of the first to get to the victim as he was across the street and heard the blast. He says what he saw is something he will not soon forget.
And I heard this great big explosion, not thinking, I just took out the door running, and I saw the house, and it was just collapsed. And I thought, somebody is in there, because I heard him hollering, and the next thing I know, I deer leaped over that fence and was in that house and had that man in my arms getting him out of there.
There is still no definite word on what caused this. It is under investigation, but we have seen several Delta gas trucks here. The Corbin Fire Department says they will be out here for several more hours. We're going to have a lot more at 6 o'clock, including what the victim told Brown as he was being rescued. For now, in Corbin, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you. The homeowner of that other house next door says he's been told his home is a total loss as well.
A crash involving a box truck killed one person this afternoon. The crash happened about 12:30 on Newtown Pike at Ironworks Pike. Police have had the road closed for much of the afternoon while they reconstruct that crash. WKYT's Garrett Weimer is at the scene now with more on what led up to the accident.
Newtown Pike is back open, but it was closed for several hours this afternoon at the intersection of Ironworks Pike as crews cleaned up the crash site you can see behind me. It happened just after noon here north of Ironworks Pike near Spy Coast Lane. Police say the man driving a Matco Tools box truck dropped off the side of the road. They say he clipped a utility pole, then crashed into 2 trees. Fayette County Coroner Gary Ginn says the weight of the truck likely made it hard for the driver to get back on the road before he hit the trees.
Elm trees are hard and locusts are even harder, so they don't move a whole lot. And you can, when you go down there and look at that elm tree, I mean, it's been, part of it's been uprooted out of the ground, so it's a pretty heavy impact.
Crews finished cleaning up and fixing the utility pole just over an hour ago, and the coroner says he does not believe any drugs or alcohol played a factor in the crash here. In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And the coroner tells us that he will release the driver's name after family is notified. A business falls victim to a thief on one of their busiest days of the year.
Someone stole a van full of flowers and vases as it prepared to drop off supplies at Creations by Karen in the Zandale Shopping Center. That's off Nicholasville Road here in Lexington this morning. As our Victor Puente shows us, the theft means delayed flower orders for some customers.
The days leading up to Valentine's Day are the busiest days of the year here at Creations by Karen. They knew they'd have to handle hundreds of orders. What they didn't anticipate was someone driving off with thousands of dollars worth of flowers. The van belongs to their distributor, Driesbach. The theft happened around 9:30 this morning as the driver was getting ready to drop off a load of flowers and vases. The driver had parked in the back, and as he was checking in, they say a woman hopped in the driver's seat and took off. The owner here tells me they had around $600 worth of product stolen, but another driver for that company tells me there was more than $10,000 worth of flowers and vases in that van. The theft left almost 100 Valentine's orders in jeopardy, but Driesbach was able to replace the majority of that order, so they expect all of their customers will get their flowers.
I was very fortunate the wholesaler was able to reproduce the order, basically, because if it had been like red roses, I probably would have started crying.
Lexington police say that van was last spotted near Chenaway and Richmond Road, but they don't know where it is now. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
So some more information on that van. It is white with the word Driesbach on the side in dark lettering. It's van number 120. That number is on the back door.
A huge victory today in the push for a statewide smoking ban. The measure passed the Kentucky House by a vote of 51 to 46. Representative Susan Westrom sponsored the bill, which bans smoking in public buildings and most workplaces. She says 950 Kentuckians die every year in Kentucky because of secondhand smoke exposure.
Lack of education at one point was a huge issue. We fixed that. But we haven't fixed the health care crisis we have in the state. And this is a very simple remedy.
The bill now moves to the Senate, where it faces tougher odds of passing than in the House. The Cats returning to Rupp Arena tomorrow.
And they have a chance to tie a very impressive school record. WKYT's Rob Bromley's here. And Rob, this record goes back a ways, doesn't it?
Well, it sure does, Sam. The Cats will try to make it 25 straight without a loss tomorrow afternoon against South Carolina. That would tie the school record set by the undefeated team of 1953-54. Cats coming off 2 great road wins, and they have Trey Lyles back. He had missed 3 games with strep throat. The Lyles played Tuesday night at LSU, and Cal is certainly happy to have him.
Yeah, I mean, one guy can shift everybody into spots they need to be in. Guys got to be willing to sacrifice 3 minutes or 2 minutes. You know, there are times where we got to go with him, which may take a shot away from some other guys, but it's what does it matter?
Felt fine. You know, I had a couple days of practice before that, had some workouts before that, so I got my wind back early, and I just went out there and played and felt fine.
South Carolina coming in tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock tip-off in Rupp Arena. The game will be on ESPN. We will have much more coming up in sports, and we will hear from Michaela Epps. She tossed in 42 in that double overtime win for the UK women's team last night against Mississippi State. What a game. That'll be in sports a little bit before 6. Amber, Sam?
She put on quite a show. Thank you, Rob. And next week's Coach Cal's Cats head to Knoxville to play the Tennessee Vols on Tuesday night. Dance Blue celebrating 10 years this weekend. We'll show you how one boy inspired an event that only continues to grow.
You can treat your sweetheart and help their heart this Valentine's Day. We look at the benefits of chocolate in better living.
Swimmers remember a teammate killed in a crash earlier this week. How they honored that teenager on WKYT News at 5:30.